So I tried to find a video or a picture or anything that would show me what this has inside. These are the new types of speed controllers for DC brushed motors that appeared. They're rated at 100 amps continuous and 200 amps spike. So, you know, you're cautious with this. They all come from China. I don't think they have anything in the American warehouses. And I needed sort of I wanted to see what's inside, how many MOSFETs, what kind of relays does it have, and so on. And there was nothing. So I bought two of these because I have two boat setups in two different locations, one for a 45-pound thrust trolling motor and the other one for for a 65 of salt water, a Newport vessel. So this thing is a beast. It's twice as big as the other one that we normally would buy on Amazon or eBay. Just from the start, if you look at it, you can see, so these, the posts for the battery and motor are extremely rugged. And most importantly, unlike the other one, there is space between them. They're separated. You have a little board here with some LEDs. You got a power, reverse, and forward. So this LED changes color whenever it's activated. Quite standard switch with power and forward and reverse, the same type of small miniature switch. Now I opened the other one and I tested it. So let me show you. This is the first one that we got, right? The first one that I used for all my trolling motors. A couple of these broke, the relays burned. I have two more fans. I usually have two more exhaust fans in the same box, so that's why they're all connected. So this was the old one. This one still works fine. I'm using it as a spare. Now let me show you the new one. Yeah, it's twice as big. And this is my remote. I made a remote, so I spliced into those wires there with an Ethernet cable that I extended for 10 feet, and I just put it all in a small box. And you've got forward, off, reverse, and then the throttle basically. And this sits with Velcro. It's on my leg, basically on my thigh, and sort of on my knee. So anyway, let's take a look at this board. First of all, there are two relays and each of them is rated at 200 amps. This one has two relays, each of them rated at 80 amps. This thing is an absolute beast. It's got two layers, they're decked. It's got two fans. I don't know how many MOSFETs, but what impressed me from the beginning are two things. Look at the connection of the relays on the board. This is industrial stuff. So very, very serious, heavy-duty, pure copper connection. And then they actually put Kapton tape on all the bolts for the MOSFETs and probably the gate protection diode there. Absolute heavy-duty stuff. I didn't expect this. They're expensive. As I said, they go between, you can probably buy them at $85, but they're between 85 and 120. Just Google 200 amp speed controller. So you're gonna need a much bigger box than this. Personally, I think I'm gonna bypass this little board because this board is the one that sits in the front, and it basically connects the three connectors for the potentiometer and forward reverse and just an LED. So I think I'm just going to connect my remote directly in here and just bypass this whole board altogether. So I tested it. I stress tested it with see up there, it's a 12-volt heater that sucks about 45 amps. I stress tested it for 40 minutes at 45 amps. And I tested the temperatures. These got a little warm, but still I could keep my hands on them. They were just warm. MOSFETs were cold. No, not even warm, this area of the MOSFETs. These got a little warm, and after about half an hour of continuous run at 45 amps. The fuse was cold. Usually this fuse here on the smaller one, the old one, got warm. These relays are getting hot at that kind of consumption, but you can't even compare the two. It's night and day. So I took a bullet for you guys and I ordered them, and I hope they last. I got a bigger box. So this is, I think it's 9 in length. So it's 9 in length, 4.5 in width, and about 2 inches in height. It's not much different in height than the other one, maybe half an inch higher. But I ordered a box that is 10 by 6 by 4, because I want to be able to put a couple of extra, I'm not going to completely seal it. I'm going to just put 2 more exhaust fans there and drill some holes and put some mesh on it to provide some airflow. So far I am truly impressed. I did not expect this. And if you look again at the back of this one, this is nicely made. You see here these are the legs of the relays, the way they are soldered, and when you compare with this, it's night and day. So this is absolutely industrial. It'll probably work in a golf cart, so serious heavy duty stuff. That's it. I hope you find this useful, because certainly I would have found it useful if somebody put it on YouTube. Good luck.